Hello, welcome everybody inside the broadcast booth here in Richmond, Indiana, the quite beautiful, quite old McBride Stadium here in playing the Richmond Jazz. Got a GLSCL matchup for you with the Jazz versus the Joes as the Joes go on the road for the first time this season. I'm Blake Griffin, joined by my partner Luke Westpoli, who will be the play-by-play today as we get the national anthem coming up. We'll might break things up here in a minute as we will go to break just for a few seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us recognize the Richmond Evening Optimists 8U baseball team as they are a part of our Field of Dreams program with team coach Alex Painter and your Richmond Jazz defensive starters. In left field, Derek Curry with Kyle Kuramoto. In center field, Maya Paris with Dre Turner. In right field, Grayson Painter with Brandon Shrett. At third base, Bryce Fetter and Miles Fetters with Peyton Lane. At shortstop, Aiden Gregory with Aiden Hines. At second base, Daniel Kim with Cade Parker. At first base, Maxton Rose and KJ Lundy with Connor O'Malley. At catcher, Lucian James with Drew Barber. And with the pitcher, Asher Swapper with Matt Hickey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
After the national anthem, a beautiful rendition here in Richmond, Indiana. I'm Blake Griffin, again joined by Luke Westpoli, who will be your play-by-play for today. So we're switching things up on the road. The Joes have come in and looking for a win to kind of break the slide a little bit. I've lost their last two and had to wait a little bit as we had a Cincinnati Steam game that was just before us, was the Copperheads versus the Steam. The Steam came out on top. That's why the game's a little bit late. But I'll kick it over to Luke with the starting lineups.
Thank you, Blake. Kettering Health starting lineups for this evening's game. We'll start off with the Richmond Jazz. Home squad 0-1 on the season, as they have not played in a couple of nights due to the night off yesterday and the cancellation a couple of nights ago. Batting first and playing center field, Leandre Turner. Batting second and playing left field, Kyle Kuramoto. Batting third and playing right field, Brandon Schreff. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot and DHing Austin Deering. Batting fifth is Connor O'Malley. He will play at first base. Peyton Lane bats sixth and he plays third. Batting seventh is Cade Parker, the second baseman. Behind the plate for the Jazz is Drew Barber. He'll bat eighth, and rounding out the order is the shortstop, number 14, Aiden Hines. On the Hamilton Joe's side, batting first, getting his first taste of the leadoff spot is Bennett Clement. Batting second will be the DH Andrew Patrick. Batting third, the shortstop Sam Lowe. In the cleanup spot, the third baseman Parker Lester. Batting fifth will be Riley Hawthorne, the second baseman. Batting sixth, Cal Brazier, the first baseman. Casey Fink will bat seventh and play right field. Nick Wimmers will occupy the eighth spot and catch for the Joes. And Grant Miller will round things out in left field as he will bat ninth. On the mound for the Richmond Jazz this evening, it'll be Matt Dickey making his first start of the summer. Matt undecided about where he's going to attend college next year. This past season played at the University of Tennessee Martin. Pitched 44 1/3 innings for the Skyhawks this year and an ERA of 9.54. Once again, he's making his first appearance of this young Jazz season. It's important to note that Hamilton, one of the few teams in the GLSCL that has gotten to play all their games and has had no off nights. Jazz says they've already had an off night. That came yesterday, and then a couple of nights ago had their game canceled. So only one game for Richmond to this point. Also really interested to see, Blake mentioned a little bit in that pregame about how the game was played on the field before ours. And the Joes went out and took batting practice in the batting cages and took some ground balls before the game started. But Richmond decided not to do any of that, so they're just going to come in and play. Schedule got a little bit crunched up. It's about 70 degrees right now in southeastern Indiana. Rain has kind of stayed away, though, which is something that we didn't maybe think would be the case this evening, as the rain in the forecast has now been pushed back to about 10 o'clock. It looked like when we were looking last night, this game might just get canceled straight up, as it was going to rain probably from about 3 o'clock on. This grass field here at McBride Stadium, fully grassed in the infield and outfield, of course, cannot be played on in heavy rain. But as of right now, all of that has stayed away, and we're going to be able to see our first edition of Joe's Baseball on the road as they will take on Richmond here on a Friday night. Bennett Clement coming in for Hamilton to start this one off. Batting .272 on the season is the center fielder. And the first pitch from Dickey on the way. This one's driven in the air, right side. Ranging over is Schreff, foul territory. That'll drop.
Yeah, it had to go a long way for that one, but we see again the Joes coming out being a little bit more aggressive as they were yesterday.
Yeah, we saw them kind of rack up the pitch count the first couple of days, but as Blake mentioned, yesterday in the game against the Grand Lake Mariners, we saw a lot of guys going after pitches earlier in at-bats. And that actually allowed Gabe Torres to go 6 complete innings for Grand Lake in that one. 0-1 the count to Bennett Clement out of LSU Eunice. Righty on righty matchup. The pause and now the pitch. And that's a fastball down in the dirt for ball one. Bennett was the hero, of course, of game number one, as the Joes' bats were pretty flat for almost that entire night outside of an Evan Ulrich home run. But Bennett came in and hit a walk-off double to win the Joes their first game of the season on opening day a few nights ago. And this pitch is going to run in and come close. Didn't quite hit him. But nonetheless, a bit high and in. Clement takes a second to catch his breath and now stands back in to face the 2-1 count. Dickey winds and fires. That's up high in a similar spot. It'll move the count to 3-1. Once again, Hamilton 1-2 to begin the season, running a 2-game losing streak after winning on opening day against Xenia. This is their first road game of the season, and they'll be right back at home the next 2 days for a pair of games at Foundation Field. 3-1, swing and a miss. That one up just above the inside corner of the zone, and Clement can make contact. That'll run the count full.
Saw a lot of full counts yesterday with the Joes just trying to battle and just trying to run up the pitch count late. As we mentioned, Torres with the 6 innings.
3-2. This one lifted in the air to center. Turner backing up. He camps underneath it, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
What is going to interest me is what we saw in the game before, being the 2 home runs that we saw from Steidel on the Copperheads down the right field line. The right field line definitely playing a lot shorter than probably back home at 311.
Yeah, 311. This is a park that really favors lefties and a park that is very hittable in terms of home runs. 323 out there and left. Wind is blowing from left to right field right now. And now with 1 out, Andrew Patrick will stand in. First pitch to Patrick dives low for ball 1. Patrick has started the year 0 for 7. He's the DH in today's game. He was 0 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. That came in the 6th inning on a sacrifice fly. The 1-0 grounded sharply toward the Joes dugout.
Yeah, Patrick really just trying to get something going at this point. Has had some good at-bats this season so far with the Joes coaching staff trusting him a little bit just to get things going. We mentioned the past few days with just getting the motors running.
Patrick out of Wright State will face the 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, this one driven in the air to center. Backing up is Turner, and he makes the catch 10 feet short of the track. Busy work in the first inning for Leandre Turner. He makes 2 catches out there in center field, and quickly the Joes down 1-2.
That's probably the best contact we've seen from Patrick all season. Good to see him come out and attack that fastball.
Yeah, Patrick hit 9 home runs this past season and 173 at-bats for the Wright State Raiders. And now the first pitch to Sam Lowe catches the outside corner for strike 1.
Couple of guys looking for their first hit of the season back-to-back.
Yeah, Sam Lowe 0 for 5. 1-0 on the way. And that one finds the inside part of the zone. Or excuse me, that was the 0-1. So make it 0-2. Sam Lowe, the senior from Charleston Southern, and of Littleton, Colorado, will stand in. 0-2 pitch on the way. That's up high. Little fastball action from Dickey. And that'll move the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Dickey winds and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lowe went after the high cheese and couldn't make contact on it. Joe's retired in order 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Richmond batting at home for the first time this season. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Joe's Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network. Joe's fans, pay a visit to Alley's on the River for a night of family fun. Visit them in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-895-0186. Alley's on the River, proud partner of your Hamilton Joes. Joe's fans, pay a visit to Cane's in Fairfield. Before or after any Joe's game, visit them at 5120 Dixie Highway behind the Fairfield High School Stadium or give them a call at 513-815-4414.
Frank's Glass is a family-owned glass company that has served the tri-state area for over 50 years. We are a full-service glass company providing automobile, residential, and commercial glass. Whether you need to replace a windshield, a broken window pane, or have a new shower door installed, you can count on Frank's Glass to do the job right. We're located on Route 4, Dixie Highway. We are 2 blocks north of Jungle Gyms on the opposite side of the road. For more information, contact 513-829-8284. For 50 years and counting, Envision Partnerships has been dedicated to the creation of a healthy, safe, and drug-free environment throughout all of Butler County. For more information, our location is 2935 Hamilton Mason Road, and the phone number is 513-868-2100.
Bottom of the first here from McBride Stadium. Richmond and Hamilton all knotted up at 0. We gave you the Jazz lineup on the mound for the Hamilton Joes. This evening is going to be Shea Hendrickson out of Southern Indiana making his second appearance. He pitched 1 inning. It was a clean inning, didn't give up any runs, and actually got the win on opening night as he came in to kind of plug the hole in the ninth, and the Joes ended up coming back in the bottom of the inning and plating 3 to win that one against the Xenia Scouts. This is Hendrickson's first start of the season, and talking to the coaching staff, that's an area that they're hoping they can lean on him throughout the summer. He will face off against Leandre Turner.
Yeah, currently tied at the top of the GLSCL with 1 win, but tied with a bunch of guys.
Yep. First pitch. Runs high and in for ball 1. Leandre Turner played for this Jazz team last year. All kinds of returners for Richmond. 11 in total. It's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss up at the top of the zone. Blown right by Turner for strike 1. Leaving the count on a ball and a strike. Turner out of Grambling State. Faces the 1-1. Here comes. This one pushed right side, and it's down foul. Short swing there from Turner. Made nice contact up the first base line, but just a tad foul. So that'll move the count to 1-2. Hendrickson winds and fires. Breaking ball, ring him up, strike 3. On the inside corner, that one just dove into the spot. And Shea Hendrickson records his first strikeout of the Joes season. And that's the first out of the inning.
Picking up where we left off yesterday, that's for sure, in terms of Ks. I think we had 15 or 16 last night.
Yeah, yesterday for the Joes, there were 15 strikeouts. Noah Tincher, who started that game, had 6 of them. Kyle Kuramoto in now. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 1. Kuramoto 1 for 4 with a double in the only Jazz game on opening night. Swing and a miss on that one. Bit of an excuse me swing. So the pitch was well out of the reach of Kuramoto. That'll move the count to 0-2. Kuramoto recorded 161 at-bats this spring. Playing JUCO ball, batted .360. 0-2. Fastball just off the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes now. Nobody on. 0-0 our score. 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swinging bunt, chopped to the left side. Hendrickson had to field on the backhand. He couldn't make the play. That one in the perfect spot for Kyle Kuramoto. Travels about 20 feet, and it's going to be a single for him.
Yeah, don't have the luxury of our stat guy right next to us, so kind of having to make some of the calls ourselves.
Yep.
Now batting for your Richmond Jazz.
Shout out to Sam if you're listening.
Yeah, Sam Hughes, our Joe's statistics guy, our scouting guy as well. Brandon Schreff in now. Right fielder has not played yet this season for Richmond. Runner on first, 1 out. Hendrickson will give him a check. Hendrickson nods and fires, breaking ball in on the hands for ball 1. It's interesting, looking at Hendrickson's delivery, he kind of pitches from the stretch regardless of whether or not there's a runner on or not. So I'll be interested to see how that fares throughout the summer, if he is affected in any way as he checks on the runner at first.
I believe he was a closer for the spring season.
Yeah, with
so
Southern Indiana.
kind of makes sense that he's pitching out of that stretch, but, you know, we're going to look on him to eat some innings.
1-0 runs down and in. Yeah, you just think about some guys, they're, you know, when you have to pitch from the stretch versus the windup can really alter just in terms of how you pitch and your velocity and things like that. But with those guys that can just do it all the time, 2-0 catches the inside corner on the breaking ball. Yeah, those guys that can just pitch from the stretch all the time obviously aren't going to be really affected by that in any way.
That's why I always pitched out of the stretch. Not because I was bad, not by any means. It was easier, of course.
2 balls and a strike. Hendrickson has been mighty worried about Kuramoto over there at first. Fastball, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Schreff.
Kuramoto was 11 for 13 on stolen bases. Might have a little bit of something to do with that.
Yeah, so he's checked on the runner, I believe, 3 times already now. 2-2. On the way, runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is well in time. Or maybe he got around the tag. Oh, it was dropped. It was a hose piece by Nick Wimmers behind the plate. As Kuramoto, or rather Schreff, is retired. Kuramoto's going to get the stolen base. I'm not sure if Hawthorne lost that ball when he applied the tag, or if Kuramoto was just able to dodge out of the way and then in reaching for him, Hawthorne dropped it. But regardless, a stolen base will move a runner into scoring position now for Deering. First pitch to him, a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Yeah, so a runner on second now with 2 outs after a strikeout, second of the game from Shea Hendrickson.
Big momentum anyway on the strikeout, but would have been huge momentum to bring back into that Joe's dugout with a strikeout out, throw him out to end the inning.
So now an 0-1 count to Austin Deering. Hendrickson takes a look at second and deals that one in the dirt. Good pick behind the plate by Nick Wimmers. Evan Ulrich gets the night off for the Joes. That is the first time this season that Evan is not in the lineup in some capacity. 1-1. This is down low for ball 2. We've seen Ulrich carry most of the catching duties for the Joes in 2 of their 3 games, but then also DH once. Wimmers coming in relief today.
Yeah, don't want to blow out the knees too much in the summer season.
2-1. Fastball off the plate, make it 3-1. Yeah, we talked to the coaching staff about what the catching situation may look like, and they said that Wimmers is going to kind of come in to catch whenever Ulrich needs rest. And on a day like today, after Ulrich's had a lot to do the last week, they'll give him the night off. 3-1. Onto the outside corner for strike 1. Deering maybe took a step toward first, as that one was close on the outside corner, but Hendrickson found his spot. That'll fill the count. Once again, 2 outs, runner on second. Hendrickson takes a breath. He winds and fires. This one lifted into center field. Coming over for the Joes is Clement. He's looking back. That's going to get over his head. 1 run will score. Pulling into second with an easy stand-up double is Austin Deering. As he pushed that one right back up the middle, it was high in the air, and it carried all the way out there to one off the fence in center field, an RBI for Deering, and it's a 1-0 Jazz lead.
Yeah, just caught a little too much of the zone there. We're on 3 and 2. Just a little too concerned with not walking him, and instead you give up the big RBI double.
So now, after the cleanup man, Austin Deering comes through. That's Deering's first hit of the season. It will bring up the hottest bat in the Jazz lineup, Connor O'Malley, who went 2 for 4 in their first game. First pitch to O'Malley, laced right side, down for a base hit. Fielded quickly, rounding third, and now taking a step back is Deering, as there was good reaction out there and right by Fink to get that one back into the infield quickly, but nonetheless, the inning extended by a single from Connor O'Malley.
Again, back-to-back hard hits for the Jazz, just coming out really swinging on Hendrickson, jumping all over him here early.
So Hendrickson potentially just one pitch away from getting out of the inning, but now, like Blake said, he's given up a pair of hard-hit balls that have found the outfield. Peyton Lane up to the plate now. The third baseman was 1 for 3 in the first game for the Jazz. First pitch to Hendrickson, well up high for ball 1.
And now how big was that ball popping out of the glove for the Joes? Potentially getting out of the inning with no runs scored, and now a one across, and still threatening are the Jazz.
Runners on the corners, 2 outs. A 1-0 Jazz lead. Hendrickson fires in. That one misses inside. Looked like another fastball from Shea. That'll move the count to 2-0 for Peyton Lane. Lane batted .399 this spring as the 2-0 runs up high and in. He had a great year in JUCO, did Peyton Lane. Transferring out to Northern Kentucky to play for the Norse next year. 3-0 finds the zone right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Northern Kentucky does a lot of recruiting on this league. We've seen a lot of guys transfer out of junior colleges to Northern Kentucky after playing in this league. 3-1 runs inside. That may have hit him, maybe not. Doesn't matter, though. It's still ball 4. That'll load the bases.
Yeah, you mentioned a guy that can get on for the Jazz. Kind of buried down in their lineup at 6, but hit almost 400 in JUCO. A lot of doubles and a home run out of that 6 spot. It's good to see.
Yeah, so the base is loaded, and now the Joe's going to call an infield meeting. Ryan Finnerty will come out to talk to Shea Hendrickson. And officially, that one did clip the jersey of Lane, so it's going to be a hit by pitch instead of a walk for Hendrickson. They're keeping score at home. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hendrickson, but 3 Jazz hits, a pair of singles and a double. Leave them with 1 run and now threatening for more with 2 outs. Cade Parker up with the bases loaded. Parker making his first appearance in a Jazz uniform. Sees the first pitch from Hendrickson and lifts it straight in the air in the infield. Lowe calls everyone off at short, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. The Joes escape disaster and give up only 1 in the bottom of the 1st. So we'll head to the top of the 2nd. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Joes. Lester, Hawthorne, and Brazier when we come back. 1-0 our score. Richmond on top of Hamilton. You're watching Joes Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Chick-fil-A in Fairfield, Ohio, your proud sponsor of the Joes. Find them at 6305 South Gilmore Street in Fairfield, Ohio, or call them at 513-860-1915. Find their menu at chickfil-a.com.
A local mainstay since 1948, Chester's Pizza has been a longtime member of the Hamilton community. You can visit them at 2929 Dixie Highway in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-892-1973. Canes of Hamilton is back for their 2nd season as a sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. You can visit them at 1479 Main Street in Hamilton or call them up at 513-525-5650. Canes, proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Looking for the best flooring selections and expertise? Shop local with United Floor Fashions. When it comes to flooring, there's not much that we don't do and do well. Call us for all your flooring needs at 513-829-7024 or visit us at 5415 Dixie Highway in Fairfield, Ohio. Find out why so many families and businesses in southwestern Ohio have come to rely on United Floor Fashions to fill their flooring needs.
Top of the second inning here from McBride Stadium. Richmond Jazz leading the Hamilton Joes by a 1-0 score thanks to the RBI double from Austin Deering. Jazz left them loaded in the bottom of the inning as Shea Hendrickson was able to escape without too much damage. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up in the Joes lineup. Leading off in this inning is going to be Parker Lester for the Joes. The Miami Redhawk 0 for 7 coming into today on the season.
Being over, a couple of these guys over, but all of them in good spirits today. Definitely not letting that affect them, especially this early in the season.
Yeah, Lester said he was seeing the ball pretty well, but still just searching for that first hole in the outfield. First pitch from Dickey on the way, a fastball over the outside half of the plate for strike one. Lester thought initially that he might be facing his college teammate in Luke Leverton for the Richmond Jazz, who also plays at Miami, but he was pulled from his start. As the 0-1 is fouled back, it hits off of Barber behind the plate and trickles to the backstop. Both these teams had their probable pitchers in yesterday, and it was going to be Hall versus Leverton, and now neither of those guys ended up playing.
Just goes to show you how much can change in a day in this league.
Yeah, and eventually, I think if you're following the stats, you'll come to find, after we get this 0-2 offering, it's well outside. Eventually, you'll come to find that once we get to week 2, week 3, week 4 of the season, most of the coaches just kind of give up in terms of putting in probables on point streaks. So that luxury tends to kind of go away as the season rolls on.
Yeah, whoever's arm feels better that day.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Lester. Here's the pitch, and that one up high. Lester leans away from it. That'll even the count at 2-2. Pretty good crowd on hand to witness the home opener for the Richmond Jazz. Some inflatables and such all around the stadium.
I saw a couple of Cincinnati Steam guys getting their try on the inflatables.
2 balls and 2 strikes, grounded over to first. The throw back to the pitcher, steps on the bag in time. Little chopper from Parker Lester, still no luck at the plate. 1 out in the inning now as Riley Hawthorne will come up.
Tough play to negotiate for the Jazz defense, and kind of almost spelled disaster for Dickey on the tag. Kind of stretch his foot out, and if you miss it, you could roll an ankle there, and it's kind of a rough spot, but that's why you practice.
So now Riley Hawthorne will come up. Lester was a lefty. Hawthorne is also a lefty. We mentioned this park favoring those hitters earlier in the broadcast. First pitch is a fastball that just misses off the outside half of the plate for ball 1.
This will be pitch number 20 for Dickey.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten to see too many Jazz pitchers, and we're probably not going to see any of the guys that have already pitched tonight, as this is only their second game. 1-0, fastball over the plate for strike 1. Three guys came in to pitch for Richmond in that first game. 1-1 pitch, grounded, first base side, infield grass eats it up. Easy play over there at first for O'Malley. He'll step on the bag for the second out of the inning. 3 unassisted. Most of the pitching duties were carried by Dawson Blaylock, the freshman out of Vincennes University Junior College, local guy from just over the border in Eaton, Ohio, who pitched 6 innings in that game. 2 outs, bases empty for Brazier. He drives this one left side. That'll be down. It'll get all the way out there to the wall in left. Brazier rounding first, heading for second, and he will pull in standing up, or rather he'll take just a mini slide right at the end. Nonetheless, still a double for Cal, and a runner aboard with 2 outs for the Joes.
Yeah, got the day off yesterday. They did kind of reward him yesterday after having a good couple of first days, but picking up right where he left off with this double with 2 outs.
So now a runner in scoring position for another lefty in Casey Fink. Casey batting .250 on the season. First pitch from Dickey over the outside corner for strike one. First base runner the Jazz have allowed here in this game, as they retired the Joes in order in the first. Almost had him in the second as well, but Brazier extended the inning. 0-1 on the way. Chopper first base side, but foul. Infield grass is very thick here at McBride Stadium.
Yeah, I saw that before the game, taking ground balls. Definitely kind of slowed some balls that go into the infielder's gloves.
Yeah, it's a field that you kind of have to charge in on those ground balls. 0-2 to Fink. The pitch, well up high. Runner on second, 2 outs. Top of the second inning, Richmond leading Hamilton by a 1-0 score. One-two count. The pitch, down low, check swing. They appeal, they say he went around, strike three. So they went to the base umpire for it, and Fink just couldn't hold the hands up behind it. The Joe Strand one in scoring position, and that will end the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the inning. 8-9 hitters due up for Richmond as they hold on to a 1-0 lead. Back here at McBride Stadium in just a moment. You're watching Joe's Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Pefferly Tire and Automotive Service is a 2-generation family-owned and operated repair shop. In operation for almost 30 years, Pefferly is your stop for honest and trustworthy technicians. Come and see us for all of your automotive and tire needs at 990 Main Street in Hamilton, or call us at 513-894-0025. Noonan's is your small-town destination for beer, wine, spirits, cigarettes, cigars, and more. Noonan's takes pride in serving customers throughout Hamilton, Millville, Butler County, New Miami, and Fairfield, Ohio area. Find us at 1350 Main Street in Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-868-8300.
Joe's fans, pay a visit to Miller Coors Beverage Company for all of your beverage needs. Visit them at 2525 Wayne Madison Road in Trenton. You can call them up at 513-844-4601, or you can visit their website at molsoncoors.com.
McDonald's, your proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. Visit us at 1331 Northwest Washington Boulevard, Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-887-6557.
Luke West, Bully, Blake Griffin alongside. Bottom of the second here from Richmond. Drew Barber will lead things off for the Jazz. Drew came on as a substitution in their first game, but did not get an at-bat.
Number 12, Drew Barber.
The catcher out of IU Kokomo, who also caught a little bit for the Jazz last season. He will face off against Shea Hendrickson. First pitch, well up high. That one looked like it slipped out of the hand of Hendrickson. 4-1.
Did talk with head coach for the Joes, Tyler, a little bit before the game. They say that they don't quite rub the balls up like they do at home, so you might see a couple of those.
Swing and a miss on that one to even the count at a ball and a strike. Yeah, he talked to Hendrickson about those ball grips, and that if he needs a new ball, that he should not hesitate to ask for one. So we'll keep an eye on that if he ever chooses to do so. A ball and a strike to the leadoff hitter, Barber. The pitch breaks and just misses that inside corner, make it 2-1. Barber splitting the catching duties this year as he did last season with Chandler Skelly. 2-1, swing and a miss on the fastball. Evens the count. Chandler Skelly, the younger brother of Richmond Jazz head coach Michael Skelly out of Thomas University. He actually plays for his brother there too, as Coach Skelly's an assistant at Thomas University in Georgia. 2-2, just up high to Barber. That one was a breaking ball, but just couldn't fall enough. That'll run the count full.
all over the zone here, but not quite finding it early as Hendrickson.
3-2, fastball just off the plate, ball 4. So the first official walk of the game for Hendrickson, although he did hit a batter in the last inning on a pitch that would have been ball 4. And now Aiden Hines, the batter in the 9 hole, will come to the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. Hendrickson comes set. And fires home. Fastball in on the hands for ball 1.
Hines playing in the MAC this last year at 133.
He faced a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch, and he lifts this one into right field. Coming over for the Joes is Fink near foul territory. He'll make the catch about 10 feet left of the line. And so Hines is retired for the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the order we go. Leandre Turner, who struck out looking his last time up, gets his second look at Shea Hendrickson.
For the Jazz, number 1, Dre Turner.
I believe we've got 2 double plays on the year for the Joes. I know we have one for sure. I think we got one in the last game. But we really need one here just to kind of keep Hendrickson's pitch count down as he's up into the mid-30s.
He checks on the runner at first. That is Barber. Runner on first, 1 out. First pitch to Turner on the way. And that one dives all the way low past Wimmers to the backstop. Barber will advance. Should be noted that the backstop here at McBride Stadium is very long behind home plate. And so anything that gets by the man behind the dish is basically a guaranteed advancement. We saw a couple close plays at the plate yesterday from guys coming from third to home after pass balls, but that's not something that really happens here. 1-0 is lifted directly behind home plate, foul.
You've seen this with the KCAC championship sort of location out in Great Bend, Kansas. They actually had to move the plate back about 10, 15 feet because it was just so bad. Guys were coming around to score from second on pass balls, which you might even see here.
Yeah, 1-1 comes up high. Yeah, I was talking to some Richmond locals when we were here last year. This is a high school field now during the season, and they were talking about how guys will advance from first to third on pass balls during high school games. Probably not something you'll see at this level, but still interesting. 2-1, swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Leandre Turner.
We like to see it as Joes, for the Joes, but the Jazz can, you can keep those extra bases as little as possible.
2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner on second and 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that one gets a piece. It goes directly behind home plate. It's a covered grandstand here at McBride Stadium, which has netting that hangs from it down to the backstop. So some balls getting stuck up there as they're hit behind the plate. But the fans shielded here in Richmond. We're shielded as well, which is good. 2-2, breaking ball inside. Runs the count full. Seen quite a lot of those tonight early in the outing for Shea Hendrickson.
Just the 1 walk, though, so it's been able to at least keep it off of the free passes.
3-2, foul back. That was a good pitch from Hendrickson. The fastball. Turner was a little bit behind, but he caught it off the top of his bat.
.41 now pitches now for Hendrickson here with just an inning and a third.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Turner. Hendrickson sets and deals. And another foul. To the backstop it goes. That was probably ball 4 as it was Pretty high up there for Turner, but he fights it off nonetheless.
Big war of attrition at the plate. Good battle already here in the second inning for the fans to see between Hendrickson and Turner.
3 balls and 2 strikes still. The payoff. Inside, ball 4. Good fight up there by the leadoff man, Leandre Turner. First in the lineup, I should say, as he works the walk after quite a battle at the plate to move him to first and second with 1 out. Kyle Kuramoto up next for Richmond. The lefty will stand in. Hendrickson set on the mound, deals home, grounder up the middle, takes a quick hop, low, flips to second, on to first, and that one is off the base. Good job by Brazier to kind of fall forward and get that one in the glove, but he did come off the bag. That one took a really awkward hop as it hit the end of the infield grass, and it popped up on Sam Lowe. But he was able to calmly field and flip to second for at least 1. So now they're on the corners with 2 outs for Brandon Schreff.
Yeah, I saw that a little bit pregame. But I saw it more along the third base line. It's the first time I saw that one kind of jump up to a shortstop. But 2 outs here.
First pitch to Schreff, popped up and out of play behind home plate. Schreff listed as a pitcher, senior out of Troy University, hails from Pensacola, Florida. Oh, 1 on the way, runner goes, swing and a miss, but he got a piece. It went into the glove of Wimmers.
Well, I guess he didn't because they're going to let him keep the base.
They're going to let him keep it over at second. The home plate umpire initially signaled for a foul tip. And so Wimmers did not really make an attempt to throw at second, but instead it's going to be second and third now. 0-2 on the way, up high. The waste pitch. Yeah, Schreff playing for the Troy University, in Alabama. Hometown from Pensacola, Florida, home of the Blue Wahoos.
Yeah, the
affiliated
Blue
of the Miami
Wahoos.
Marlins. Pretty fun minor league name. 1-2, breaking ball, and he fights it off. Grounded left side towards the Joe's bullpen.
Definitely up there. I think the Moon Men might have taken him over, or maybe the Trash Pandas.
The Trash Pandas is my favorite, and the Trash Pandas also right now have Sam Bachman from Miami, which carries a special connection to me. Got to watch Sam pitch last year. He was unbelievable. 1-2, breaking ball, just couldn't find the top of the zone.
Yeah, I think Hendrickson just having a hard time finding consistency with this zone so far. Seeing it for both sides has been a little back and forth.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Hendrickson will take a step off. Two-two, grounded left side, but just foul. That one was initially in fair territory on the ground, but the spin carried it left of the bag.
That was pitch number 50 for Shea Hendrickson, and he hasn't even gotten out in the second inning, so not quite as efficient as we would like for Shea here.
2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Hendrickson once again gives up a few base runners, but this time hangs a 0 on the scoreboard and keeps this lead at what it is as we head into the third inning. 8-9-1 due up for the Joes. Apologize for that. In the top of the third, Nick Wimmers will lead things off when we come back. 1-0 our score, Richmond leading Hamilton. We'll be back in just a moment on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Top of the third inning here from Richmond. Jazz leading the Joes by a 1-0 score thanks to the RBI double from Austin Deering. 8-9 hitters coming up for the Joes. Nick Wimmers will get us started. Nick still looking for his first hit of the summer. The catcher out of Nebraska will stand in to face Harold Dickey, who's back for his third inning of work. First pitch on the way, and that one misses outside for ball one.
Wimmers has been able to reach twice in the first couple of games, but nothing through to the outfield.
1-0. Right down the heart of the plate for strike one. One count. Comes in, big swing and a miss from Wimmers for strike two. Nick Wimmers, very interesting story for him. He's listed on the roster as being from Lincoln, Nebraska, but he actually is from the area. Went to Moeller High School, bounced around JUCO for a little bit before ending up at Nebraska. And this time he takes a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Barber throws over to first on the drop third, and he will gun him down. Wimmers down on strikes to begin the third inning.
Yeah, kind of an interesting path for Wimmers. And interesting that he considered to call Lincoln, Nebraska home.
First pitch, bunt is squared, put down. It's a pretty good one as Miller runs over to first, and the throw beat him. It did by a half step. Good job over there at third by Lane to charge in on that one. But yeah, going back to Wimmers, played in Moeller High School and then at Norfolk State, actually, before playing at Eastern Oklahoma State in JUCO and then finally ending up at Nebraska. Rising senior. Bennett Clement up to the plate now. First pitch on the way. Look out. That one up near the head as he dodged away from it. For ball one.
Scary stuff. You never like to see something at the eyes as a batter. Seen a couple up there on both sides. A couple of these guys kind of losing it up in the zone.
1 ball and no strikes to Clement. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Clement, one of 3 Joes players on this roster to play collegiately for LSU Eunice. 1-1, swing and a miss, high in the zone, strike two.
We saw Tegan Bork last night get an inning.
We saw Tegan get an inning. We also saw Walker Bridges get an inning, who was a two-way, more of a third baseman for the Joes, but also he can pitch. He's not a position player just pitching. He's a guy who can truly pitch and play the field. 1-2. Chopper, third base side. Coming in is Lane. Throw over to first is in time for the third out of the inning. A couple nice plays from Lane over there at the hot corner as he had to come in on the infield grass to make two throws over to first. Did them successfully, and the Joes held off the scoreboard once again. 1-0 still our score. To the bottom of the third we go here from McBride Stadium. Back in a moment. You're watching Joes Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio.
Little YMCA action as we bring you back into McBride Stadium in Richmond, Indiana. Jazz leading the Hamilton Joes. Bottom of the third inning, Richmond on top 1-0. And the man who had the RBI, the lone one in this game, will come up to the plate now. Austin Deering, 1-for-1 with a double.
Yeah, Deering got right on top of a fastball from Hendrickson, who's still out there. But it was a 3-2 count, worked it full, and then made him pay as he left something over the middle of the plate, drove it to the left center field wall.
First pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike one. Yeah, and it might have also had some carry to it initially, as it didn't look anything too bad out there in left center. Didn't look like it was hit as far as it ended up being. Thought maybe it would be a fly ball that Bennett Clement would have a chance at, but it got way over his head, and it one-hopped the wall. 0-1 count, swing and a miss in the same spot, same pitch. That'll move the count to 0-2.
Yeah, you saw Bennett Clement think the same thing as us. He definitely took a route that was similar to something that you'd see him settling under, make a catch, and then kind of had to banana peel his way out into the gap.
And now this one's hitting the same spot. Clement coming over to get it. He dives in just a step short. Rounding first, heading for second is Deering. He's going to dig for third. Low with the relay throw. It's a bouncer, and it is not in time. A triple for Austin Deering as he leads the inning off with a bang for the Jazz.
Yeah, just hitting the ball really well. Bennett Clement didn't quite get as close to that one as I think he would have liked to have on the dive, but really kind of left himself a little jeopardized on that one and allowed Deering to put on the afterburners and reel himself all the way around the bases.
So with nobody out, first pitch to O'Malley, a nice breaking ball in there for strike one. Yeah, that did not necessarily look like it was going to end up resulting in a triple for Deering. But he digs for three. Pitch high and away there from Hendrickson for ball one.
And Clement, one of those guys, is going to give you 110% all the time, so almost knew he was going to try to lay out if it was going to be close.
Yep. 1-1 pitch, and that breaks into the outside corner. Great stuff there from Hendrickson for strike two. But yeah, on that hit, that was a lot further, it seemed, off the bat than that first double. And he ended up, Clement that is, getting pretty close to it. 1-2 is sprayed off left side foul.
And that one kind of just stuck in the ground. It didn't roll. It just kind of stopped and stuck. which is what I was kind of wondering about this outfield because it did rain a little earlier today, I think 2 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, a tiny, tiny bit. It did rain, not enough to infect the field so much that they had to cancel, but this one's lifted up. Shallow left field. Lowe is back. They're going to have to let this one drop. Now it kicks away from Miller out there in left. A run will score, and coming in at second safely is O'Malley. That was a weird play. It was kind of hitting the Bermuda Triangle as Lowe was running back. Would have just been a harmless single. It would have driven in a run, but just a single. But then it took an awkward bounce in the turf and just deflected straight to the left. And that was away from the glove of Grant Miller, who was waiting on it to play it on the one hop. And so that allowed O'Malley to dig in for a second. Would imagine that's going to be a single for him.
No, they gave it a double.
They give him a double, so a triple and a double in the inning for the Jazz. As the first pitch into Peyton Lane catches the zone for strike one. That'll double their lead, make it 2-0.
Still riding with Hendrickson, though. Still nobody up in the Joe's bullpen, as it is still early, still the third inning.
0-1 on the way, and it breaks in, and it caught him on the uniform. So a hit batter. That's the second time now that Lane has been hit by a pitch. Both times, though, just kind of grazed the jersey, so he doesn't seem to be in any sort of pain. First and second now with nobody at.
Lane a little bit of a ball magnet on both sides. Hit by a pitch twice and did make had 2 assists in the top half of the third.
Yeah, 2-5-3 putouts on some swinging bunts almost by the Joes. First pitch to Cade Parker, just missed the outside corner for ball one. Maybe a bit of a slider with some breaking action there from Hendrickson. First and second, nobody out. 2-0 the Jazz lead after the RBI double by Connor O'Malley. Hendrickson sets and now deals. Breaking ball into the inside corner for a strike.
Yeah, just got to come back, find the zone, pump the zone. Just kind of keep filling it up. Weird things happen in baseball, and you've seen it in this inning.
Absolutely. 1-1. Fastball catches the inside part of the plate for strike two. Parker popped out to short his first time up to end the first inning. One-two pitch. Just missing the inside corner. Didn't quite break enough to fall into the zone there for Hendrickson, so that'll make it a 2-2 count. Hendrickson takes a long look at second. Now fires home. This one fouled straight back. Up to the backstop. That might have hit us had we been here at McBride Stadium a long time ago. That was where the old press box used to be on top of the ceiling.
Jeez.
2-2. Breaking ball, missing inside.
I'm sure that was fun to get up there.
Yeah, the ladder is still here. There's still access up to the roof, but nothing up there. No reason to go up there now. It's a really cool historic stadium in Richmond. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Hendrickson able to record the first out of the inning. For Shea, that's his fourth strikeout.
Now batting for the Jazz.
Drew Barber coming up to the plate now. Runner still on first and second and one out.
You have to think if Henderson could get out of this inning with just the one run allowed, keep the lead at 2, you feel a little bit better so far for his outing.
First pitch on the way to Barber. Fastball in the inside corner for strike one.
Now up to 70. Just through 2 and a third innings.
Yeah, the Joes have pitched most of their pitching now. Not quite all of it, but now that they've seen everybody, and everyone's kind of gotten their chance. Some of these guys may be able to go a little deeper into games. 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Just whoever's arm feels good, and, as long as the arm is feeling good, you got the juices flowing, you're ready to throw some baseballs.
Nothing and 2 to Barber. Hendrickson kicks and deals. Breaking ball lifted high in the air in the infield. And this is going to be a play made at first base by Brazier for the second out of the inning.
I think the first time we've seen an infield fly rule this season.
I think so. Brazier playing over there at first. He's actually using Parker Lester's glove. He referred to it earlier in the game as the Miami Community Glove, as I think it may have been passed around the Red Hawks team during the spring. It's a Miami branded glove. Brazier does not play for Miami collegiately. It's got the M on the side, the red first baseman's glove.
Pretty glove.
Is a nice one. First pitch to the 9-hitter, Aiden Hines in there for strike 1.
And there we see what we really like from Hendrickson. Has given up 3 extra base hits, but when it's good, it's really good. You see the punch out, and you see a little bit of a chase on that pop-up.
0-1 on the way. Swing and a grounder over there at third, picked up by Lester, and he will step on third for the force to retire the side. So the Jazz plate one more after the leadoff triple by Austin Deering is driven in by the double from Connor O'Malley. Make it 2-0. We'll head to the 4th inning here from Richmond. Lights starting to turn on at McBride Stadium. Joe's back up to the plate when we return. You're watching Hamilton Joe's Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 5.
Top of the 4th inning here from McBride Stadium. Luke West-Pulley, Blake Griffin alongside Richmond Jazz leading the Hamilton Joes by a 2-0 score. Andrew Patrick will lead off for the Joes. The 2-hitter 0 for 1 with a fly out to center tonight.
Batting first for the Joes.
Yeah, this 2-3-4 part of the lineup for the Joes, you'd like to see start to get going here, especially in this game, chasing 2. It's really reachable. It's really tangible for the Joes.
First pitch from Dickey on the way. And that one spiked low just under the zone for ball 1. Yeah, Patrick, who's now 0 for 8 on the season. Lowe, who's 0 for 6. Lester, who's 0 for 8. But still early as the 1-0 right over the heart of the plate for strike 1. And this is a game where, just a couple swings of the bat will put the Joes right back in the spot they want to be.
They say bloop and a blast.
1-1 to Patrick. Swing and a miss. Nice off speed from Dickey. That one dove under the bat of Patrick. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Slider just off the plate. That'll even the count at 2-2. We were talking in the break, Blake, about Shea Hendrickson and his pitch count going up, and the Joes did not have anyone in the bullpen at that point, and now Wyatt Fisher has moved in there for Hamilton. Righty out of Cedarville. May see him soon. 2-2 on the way. This one lifted up right side. It's going to push foul.
And conversely, Dickey's just reached 40 pitches here in the fourth, so likely nobody going to run out there anytime soon unless Patrick and Lester, maybe Hawthorne, all go deep. And you maybe start running somebody out there.
Yeah, the Jazz not keen to put anybody in the bullpen on the right side right now. 2-2 to Patrick. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That one was blown straight by down the plate. And Patrick can't catch up to it. First out of the inning is recorded. Sam Lowe will bat now. He struck out swinging to end the first. Top of the first, I should say. Shortstop out of Charleston Southern. First pitch on the way, and that one's in on the hands for ball 1. Sam got the night off yesterday as the 1-0, swing and a miss on the high cheese to move the count to 0-2.
Coach, you really like him defensively and will likely be an anchor for the Joes at that shortstop spot.
Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lou's got a great arm. He batted .243 this season at Charleston Southern as well. 1-2 inside. That'll even the count.
And we're starting to see the Joes right about now starting to take some longer at-bats. We can start the battle here and try to pump this pitch count up.
2-2 to Lowe. Dickey winds and fires, and that one dove below the zone for ball 3. Lowe still alive for now. He works at full. Sam, 2 nights ago in his last appearance, worked 2 walks. Those came in his middle at-bats. The payoff pitch on the way. He reaches for it and fouls it off on the right side. Probably would have been close. Could have gone either way, and he let that one go by. So Lowe will make the safe play and make Dickey give him another one. Three-two, Dickey winding and firing inside, ball 4. Lowe dodging out of the way on that. It may have clipped him on the elbow. He doesn't look to be shaken up at all.
I think he's got the elbow guard, if I'm not mistaken.
He's got the pad on, so may have hit that, may not have though. But anyways, a runner aboard with 1 out for the Joes as Parker Lester comes up.
Officially scored as a walk.
So it will indeed miss Lowe. Runner on first, 1 out. First pitch to Lester. He goes after it, fouled left side, out of play. Towards the party deck out there in left field up the third base line.
You'd like to see them throw a couple grills out there, a couple tents, you know, maybe a couple of banners, make it the Jazz party deck or the Jazz club, something like that.
Something like that. 0-1 to Lester. Swing and a miss. He goes golfing on that one to move the count to 0-2. There's so many unique features in this park. It's really cool. There's just a lot of stuff to be talked about and to look at here at McBride Stadium. Prior to the 0-2, we'll get a check back on Lowe at second, or at first rather.
Pitch number 50 for Dickey, so have made him cross 2 thresholds. He crossed 40 earlier in this inning, now crosses 50 with 1 out.
No balls and 2 strikes to Parker Lester. Dickey sets from the stretch and fires home. Breaking ball just off the plate.
That's a great pitch from Dickey. Just trying to catch that outside corner, trying to open up the back door, but I guess a better take by Lester.
Yeah, Dickey was close on that one, but Lester holds up, and that one missed by a couple inches. 1-2. Here comes. Swing, lifted up, left side, towards foul territory, towards the Joe's bullpen, and no one's going to be able to get to it for Richmond. So continuing to stay alive here is Parker Lester.
And that's twice he's gone the opposite way. So maybe a bit of a opposite way approach for Parker Lester, as we do see the Jazz left fielder find his way more to the line, that leaving the left center gap quite large.
1-2. On the way. Ring him up, strike 3. That one caught the inside corner. Lester gave it a clear thought, but decided to hold up, and that one just ran into the zone. Second strikeout of the inning for Dickey. And now with 2 outs, Riley Hawthorne coming up. Hawthorne 0 for 1 with a ground out to first. Low, leaning, and running. Swing and a miss there. Throw is high, and it's into the outfield and center. And now making his way over to third is Lowe, and he will get there standing up. Lowe actually tripped on second base after the slide, but was able to get back up, and there was a lot of speed. I think the panic mode was activated there from Sam Lowe. Maybe some adrenaline kicking through after he got kind of caught in no man's land, but he reaches third with no throw, and now a hit will score him. 0-1 the count to Hawthorne, who chased up high in the zone on the last pitch. Here it comes, and that one dives into the dirt. 4-1.
And notably for Dickey's going out of the windup, and kind of takes a little bit of time on that first step if Lowe is ever going to take advantage of it.
1-1. Grounder first base side, but foul.
So we've seen stealing of home become a little bit more of a mainstay in college baseball over this last season. I saw it for, I believe, in the D3 National Championship, and saw it earlier this season. I don't remember if anybody remembers Texas Tech stealing home. The guy didn't even look at him.
1-2. Pitch on the way, and it dives low and in. There was one true stolen home last year for the Joes, and it actually came from Leighton Banjoff from Nebraska, who was a late arrival. He did it in his first game. His first time on bases with a new team, he decides he's going to steal home, and he did it successfully.
Make it a statement.
Leighton was awesome last year. 2-2, laced up the middle. That'll get down for a base hit and an RBI. Riley Hawthorne records his first hit of the day. That will score Sam Lowe. It'll extend the inning, and it'll cut the Jazz lead in half. 2-1 the score now. So despite the Joes run, an ovation from the Jazz crowd. As we mentioned earlier, those balls kind of hang that got hit behind home plate on the netting in between the backstop and the grandstand, and someone climbed up to knock a few off. Got a nice ovation from the crowd. Good crowd here in Richmond.
Yeah, definitely rivaling some of the Joe's crowds that we've seen.
Yeah, it's a lot more spread out. This is a bigger stadium. Swing and a miss there from Cal Brazier on the first offering.
But we take Foundation Field any day.
Yeah, the Joes have always had great support. Hawthorne's leaning at first. He won't go. Pitch in the dirt. Good job by Barber to keep it in front of him, leaving the count at a ball and a strike. After we've had so much bad weather and so much rain, and we've been introduced into the beginning of the season, you're hoping that now you can kind of finally start to get into that part of the summer that feels more like baseball, just with sunny weather and fans going to ball games. 1-1 on the way. Big cut and a miss from Cal.
Yeah, might have been trying to give the Joes the lead with that swing, that's for sure. Tried to get all of that one. 323, probably something that Cal Brazier could probably park in his sleep.
Brazier hit 10 home runs this collegiate season. Runner goes, swing, and a softly hit ground ball that'll go foul. That was off the end of the bat.
And Dickey now, I believe, up to around 20 pitches for this inning. I can't remember exactly what he started at, like 45 or 46. We're now up at 62 here in the fourth as the Joes have kind of really got to him here in the inning. We mentioned nobody up in the Jazz bullpen, but starting to get to that kind of part of the night for Dickey.
Runner on first, 2 outs, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cal Brazier. Dickey comes set. And deals. Grounder left side, picked up at third. Lane will go over to second for the force, and it'll be in time. A fielder's choice for Brazier to retire the side. But the Joes get one back. An RBI single from Riley Hawthorne drives in Sam Lowe as they cut this Jazz lead in half. 2-1 our score as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Hamilton Joes baseball is live here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
New pitcher on the mound for the Joes. It is Wyatt Fisher who will come in relief of Shea Hendrickson. Hendrickson goes 3 complete innings. Gave up 5 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4. And so Fisher for the Joes out of Cedarville University, making his second appearance. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 4 hits, 1 run in his last time out. He will face off against the top of the order to begin his night. Leandre Turner, who is 0 for 1 with a walk, will stand in. First pitch from Fisher on the way, and it finds the inside corner for strike 1. Two-1 our score. Hamilton trailing Richmond. 0-1 is up high for Fisher. Pretty nice Friday night. Clouds covering the sky. And actually quite a bit of wind. As this one's lifted up on the 1-1. It'll get out of play on the right side. but overall pretty pleasant, and pleasant comparatively to what we've seen in the earlier days of this season. One ball and 2 strikes to Turner. Bases empty to the leadoff man. The pitch, breaking ball, just missed that outside corner. Didn't quite dive into the zone. It'll even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, Wyatt Fisher, a 5.66 ERA after pitching for the Yellow Jackets of Cedarville. Went 55 and 2/3 innings.
2-2, spiked into the ground. Cedarville, a solid all-around athletic department in the GMAC at the D2 level, just outside Dayton.
The thing we love to see from Fisher is 64 strikeouts to 27 walks.
3-2, swing and a miss, right on cue. Turner foul tips it into the glove of Wimmers. First batter, first strikeout for Wyatt Fisher.
Exactly what the Joes needed. Just hang some zeros, especially after putting one up in the top half.
Kyle Kuramoto now will come up to the plate. He's reached base both times he's come up, but 1 for 2 with a single and fielder's choice. First pitch from Fisher, just missed the inside corner for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 out. Middle infield playing near the outfield grass for the Joes, and that one is a breaking ball with kind of an awkward check swing from Kuramoto. Almost looked like he flinched at it. Leaving the count at a ball and a strike. Infielder's playing pretty wide out there in the middle. It's the 1-1, swing and a miss on the breaking ball. That one well above the zone. Kuramoto got big eyes on it as that one did not have a lot of velocity from Fisher, but it worked out for him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fisher kicks and deals, and that one just misses the inside corner. That'll even the count at 2-2.
And we've seen almost a theme for the Joes middle infield to play a little further apart. We saw it yesterday, or seeing it again today.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Wyatt Fisher begins his outing by sitting down 2 Jazz players. Back-to-back strikeouts to bring up Brandon Schreff, who has struck out twice in his prior 2 at-bats in this game.
Next up for the Jackets, number 23.
Looking for a rather early sombrero or hat trick for Schreff.
First pitch from Fisher on the way, and it dives low and away for ball 1. One-0. Swing and a miss. Another good off-speed offering from Fisher. Maybe a bit of a change piece there as Schreff reached out and was way in front of it. One-one, swing and a miss. Another breaking ball from Fisher that dives below the bat of Schreff. And now he's 1 pitch away from potentially striking out the side. Fisher takes a long look. Now he'll deal. This one's lifted up right side. It's going to get out of play. Fisher, another guy that pitches from the stretch with nobody on.
Yeah, back-to-back guys.
Yep. Coming in for Hendrickson, who did the same. Both D2 relievers. 1-2 on the way. This one's lifted up and to the right side of the infield. Camping underneath it is Brazier for the Joes. He'll make the catch where the line and outfield grass and infield dirt converge for the third out of the inning. Pretty quick work for Wyatt Fisher. Jazz retired 1, 2, 3. We'll head to the fifth. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Joes when we come back. You're watching Hamilton Joes Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Joes fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs.
Luke West-Pulley, Blake Griffin alongside, top of the fifth on the way here from Richmond. Jazz leading the Joes by a 2-1 score. Casey Fink will get the Joes going. He struck out in the second inning.
Top of the fifth for the Joes, Casey Fink.
The lefty will come in and face off against Matt Dickey, who fires in the first pitch over the outside half of the plate for strike 1. Dickey back for his 5th inning of work. We saw the Jazz ride their starters 6 innings in their opener. Oh, 1 on the way, and that one near the feet.
Did see the Joes get the Dickey in the last inning a little bit, drive that pitch kind of up to around the 65 pitch mark. So looking to see the same here. And maybe once you get into the bullpen, the Joes bats come alive a little bit more.
1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Bit of a golf swing there from Casey Fink. One and 2. Dickey winds and fires, and that one's sent over to third base, scooped up and fired over to first, and it's not going to be in time. An accidental single by Casey Fink, who tried to check the swing. The ball just bounced off the bat. There was no follow-through, and that was a tough play for Lane, who had to come in field on the backhand and kind of sidearm it over to first, and it was not in time. Fink beats it out. The leadoff man is on for the Joes for the first time tonight. And that will bring up Nick Wimmers, looking to do some damage. First pitch to Wimmers. He fouls it toward the Joes dugout on the ground.
Yeah, Lane, who's been great on defense for the Jazz all night, you had to wonder when his luck was going to kind of run out and he'd get something a little slower than he was able to deal with, and kind of got that right there. Almost had him, actually. A phenomenal play over there at third base.
Yeah, he had a few of those plays that you probably don't think he's going to make every single time, and he was making them every single time up to that point. 0-1, runner goes. This one lists into left field. That one down for a base hit. Little bloop single there as a push shot by Wimmers gets down for his first hit of the season.
Love to see him get the monkey off the back.
So now runners on first and second and nobody out. First really good position offensively we've seen the Joes in all night. The tying run in scoring position, the go-ahead run on. The 9-hitter Grant Miller up to the plate. 429 hitter coming into this game is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third.
He tried to bunt his last time up.
And he's going to try to do the same here. That pitch dives low. Corner infielders were in for the Jazz. And O'Malley came in from first, hoping to make the play on the righty before he pulled the bunt back.
Yeah, the Jazz running their bunt defense a little better than Xenia did in the ninth. Saw the third baseman come all the way up and saw us being able to steal a base, but it didn't matter as Casey Fink put down a great bunt.
1-0 misses up high as bunt was squared again and pulled back. We'll move the count to 2-0. Top of the order on deck for the Joes. Bennett Clement is 0 for 2. First and second, nobody out. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Bunt is squared and it's popped up behind home plate, out of play. Almost into the hand of a fan who's sitting just beyond where that netting ends. He couldn't get it on the fly, so then he'll take it down the steps and pick up the ball himself.
And this is almost necessary for the Joes to get this bunt down. You really almost need to get this bunt down and move these runners into scoring position.
2-1 is the count. Bat on the shoulder right now. Now the bunt is squared and it's put down. It's a good one. Third base side. Picked up. They're going to go to third, and they got him.
Oh, my goodness.
So that was a good bunt by Miller if he was looking for maybe a hit on it. But a heads-up play by Dickey, who came from the mound, picked it up on the bare hand and fired it over to third and was able to get the out. So now 1 out in the inning as we move back to the top of the order.
Yeah, absolutely great play from Dickey on the mound, knowing that he was going to be able to throw across his body over to first, and likely that Miller was probably already at first by the time he got the ball. Just kind of flips that one over to third and just in time.
Lifted up by Clement, right side of the infield, right in front of first base. The play is made by O'Malley. And now all of a sudden, Jazz looking like they might be able to escape this unscathed and keep that lead alive with 2 outs.
How swiftly the tides can change here in the game of baseball.
Yeah, I mean, you were looking at, right after that bunt was put down, it looked like the Joes might end up having the bases loaded, nobody out, and now 2 outs in the inning, first and second. Andrew Patrick, the batter. First pitch. That one dives down low, and Patrick holds up. Moved the hands a little bit at it, but was able to keep him back. 1-0 the count. Patrick is 0 for 2 today with a fly out to center and a strikeout.
Now, Dickey up to 75 pitches, and do see somebody out in the Jazz bullpen just kind of stretching. This does have a ball with him, but has not thrown it yet.
1-0 to Patrick. Pitch on the way, and that one inside. Barber had to come out of his stance to keep that one in front of him, but nothing too problematic.
If you're the Joes, you'd love to see something all the way to the backstop here.
Yeah, we'll put Patrick, though, in a good position in this at-bat as the count now 2-0. Pitch, swing and a miss on that one. Off-speed stuff from Dickey, dives below the bat of Patrick. He'll move the count to 2-1.
We've seen Wimmers get his first hit of the season. Now we'd like to see Patrick right here.
Yeah, Patrick 0 for 9 right now. Still looking to find a hole. Two-one, swing and a miss. Deja vu. Similar pitch, similar type of swing. That'll leave in the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. First and second, 2 outs for the Joes. They trail by 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Dickey sets to the belt. He fires. Ring him up, strike 3 on the top of the zone. Looking strikeout for Andrew Patrick, and that will retire the side. The Jazz escape, and the lead still remains the same. 2-1 our score. Officially halfway through this one. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Richmond. When we come back, you're watching Hamilton Joe's Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
Bottom of the 5th inning here from McBride Stadium. Richmond leading Hamilton by a 2-1 score. Wyatt Fisher back on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Joes looked to be threatening in that last inning to potentially tie it or even take the lead. They had 1st and 2nd, nobody out, but some tough circumstances. A bunt that was intended to be a sacrifice bunt eventually got the lead runner out at 3rd, and then a pop out to the infield, followed by a strikeout into the inning with a 0 on the scoreboard for the Joes. First pitch, swing and a miss to Austin Deering, way up high in the zone. Deering, a fantastic follow-up after an 0-for-3 performance in the opener. A double and a triple for him tonight. Next pitch on the way, and that one is low for ball 1. Deering has had a hand in both Jazz runs as he scored one of them and had the RBI on the other one. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one misses up high, up at the letters. 2 balls and a strike now.
Yeah, Deering halfway to the cycle already.
And he's got probably the second, as the 2-1 pitch is lifted up in foul territory. Lester is camped underneath it to the left of 3rd. He'll make the catch. I was going to say he had, or rather, oh no, okay, so he dropped it on the transfer to his hand, I believe, when he was trying to go around the horn, so it's still an out. But Deering,
for sure.
Yeah, Deering's got probably the hardest part of the cycle, and then probably the 3rd hardest part of the cycle with the double and the triple already, but won't contribute to it this time with the pop out to 3rd. Parker Lester having a laugh with Chandler Skelly, the 3rd base coach for the Richmond Jazz over there on the left side. First pitch catches the inside corner to Connor O'Malley. Connor also with a good day. He went 2 for 4 in the opener, and he's 2 for 2 today with a single and a double. That one down low, missing for a ball.
And they have taken our run off the scoreboard. A little concerning.
Yeah, the scoreboard has kind of been doing a whole bunch of stuff as the 1-1 is lifted up into shallow left field. Miller trotting in. He'll make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. It's interesting here at McBride Stadium, so they have 2 scoreboards. It's official. The official name of the ballpark is John Cade Field at McBride Stadium, And they have the old scoreboard out there in right field from when the old professional teams used to play here. So just another cool piece of history that's here at this stadium. And then they have the working scoreboard on the left. The working scoreboard, though, is also still pretty old.
But really historic. Even have the old fences up in left field.
The first pitch is lifted up on the right side, and it's going to get out of play despite the efforts from Brazier at first. Yeah, that's really cool. We didn't get to see it today because the Joes didn't take batting practice on the field, but it is fun to watch batting practice at McBride Stadium because in left field, they've got the regular fence and then kind of a grassy hill with weeds covered over it up to where the old fence used to be, which is right up against the road. So it's fun to watch guys in BP try and go after kind of that super home run, you could call it.
Yeah, 355 out there, then 483 out there in dead center.
The 0-1 missed up high to even the count of the ball and a strike. And yeah, it is also elevated from the field too, which makes it a little more difficult. 1-1, breaking ball misses up high. Late in the season last year, we saw a couple Joes hit home runs over there. We saw, I believe, Logan Castleman hit the scoreboard and left. And then Garrett Staten, I think, hit a grand slam that cleared both fences. That was during the last week of the season. Two and one the count. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, up high from Lane for strike two. Lane's had an odd night. He's been hit by two pitches. Neither one really plunked him. Both kind of just caught the jersey, but those still go down as hits, hit by pitches. 2-2, breaking ball, ring him up, strike three. Wyatt Fisher gets his third strikeout of the evening, and the Joes retire the Jazz in order 1-2-3 for the second straight time. To the sixth we go, 2-1 our score. Jazz still on top. Joes looking to finally finish the job and maybe jump out in front in this one. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Joes Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Four-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more.
New pitcher in for the Richmond Jazz as we're here in the top of the sixth inning. It is Nick Carrizales. He will face off against Sam Lowe, who is 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run. Carrizales winds and fires, and he finds the zone on the first pitch for strike one. Nick, a local college player, plays across town at Sadler Stadium for the Earlham Quakers. As the 0-1 offering is on the way, and it's inside. He's got a really awkward delivery. His arm almost looks as if it's straight when it kind of comes out 3/4 to the side as he throws it. The 1-1 on the way, and that one runs into the zone for strike one.
Got that ERA up at 8.86 through 21 in the third. Earlham looked like he had a good campus as I drove in.
1-2, dives just low. Yeah, Earlham, a beautiful campus on the kind of eastern side of Richmond, Indiana. Richmond's a really cool baseball place because they got McBride Stadium here, as the 2-2 offering to low is ripped left side but foul. So they've got kind of the historic field here, and then they've got the newly renovated Sadler Stadium on Earlham's campus, which is really state-of-the-art, really high-tech. They've got a full turf field there. And so they kind of got the best of both worlds here with both of those. 2-2 on the way, grounded softly to the third base. Lane picks it up, fires across the diamond in time for the first out of the inning. Good for out number one. It will bring up Parker Lester.
And another 5-3 for Lane over there at third.
He has had a lot of action to him tonight. Base is empty, one out for Lester. Carrizales winds and fires. That one in the dirt, and Lester holds up. They're going to check it first just to be sure, but he did. Carrizales pitched 21 in the third innings at Earlham this past season. Had an ERA of 8.86. Pitch on the way. That one catches the outside half of the plate for strike one. Quakers won the HCAC this year, I believe for the first time since 2017, and yes, that is indeed the case. 1-1 on the way, and that one breaks into the zone for strike two. Got to call some Earlham baseball this season. Coach Sackis's done a great job with that program, building them into what they are today. 1-2 pitch on the way, ring him up, strike three. Caught him on the outside corner. Lester watches it go by, and that's good enough for out number two. So now Riley Hawthorne will come up. He has the lone RBI for the Joes in this game. First pitch to him on the way, and that one breaks into the outside corner for strike one.
Yeah, Hawthorne really did a good job his last at-bat with that single and bringing that run across.
Grounder.
Really solid contact.
Hits Tyler Thaman in the chest.
Oof.
In foul territory. I talked about it a couple days ago, but I don't think Tyler has any feeling when he's coaching over there at third base. He gets hit all the time. He barehands balls. He wears them over there third and just never seems to be bothered by it. 0-2 on the way, and that one just missed that inside corner to Hawthorne, so he'll stay alive at 1-2. Now the 1-2 on the way. This one laced up the middle, down for a base hit. Into the gap in right center. It's going to be cut off by Turner. Long turnaround first, and now a stumble as that throw got by at second. So Hawthorne initially took that long turnaround first. It was not a good decision, but then it probably would have ended up working out for him as the throw was offline. But nonetheless, two-out base runner for Hamilton, and now 2 hits in the game for Hawthorne.
Yeah, at that point, you're just kind of like trying to force the hand of the center fielder and got a bad throw, which is what you want. But came a little too late as he kind of overcommitted a little too quickly, and probably the right choice to go back to first.
So now Cal Brazier up with 2 outs and a runner on first. Breaking ball to Brazier, catches the outside corner for strike one.
Need a little Brazier's magic here in the 6th. after he doubled in the second.
Yeah, I was going to say he hit that double in the second inning. Oh, 1 on the way. This one bouncing in the turf, and now the runner's going to go. Throw over to second is not in time. It was a late steal as Hawthorne decided to go despite Barber keeping that one in front of him, and kind of caught Barber a little bit off guard. There was plenty of time to make that throw, but it bounced once on its way to second, and that delayed it just enough to allow Hawthorne to pick up the bag. So now a runner in scoring position for the Joes. That is the tying run. 1-1 is the count to Brazier. Pitch on the way. This one hit to straightaway center field. Not moving too much is Turner. Now he'll track a little to his left, and he will make the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Joes leave one in scoring position. They can't push Hawthorne across after the 2-out single, and the lead stays at 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th here from Richmond. You're watching Hamilton Joes baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519. Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Back here inside McBride Stadium in Richmond, Jazz leading the Joes by a 2-1 score as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Wyatt Fisher still on the mound for the Joes. He's done a pretty good job retiring 6 of 6 that he has faced the minimum through 2 innings.
Just done a good job of keeping the Joes in the game. Hanging zeros, just waiting for the offense to come around. It's been like that the past 3 nights anyway.
Yeah, the offense has felt a little closer tonight, but still unable to push too many runs across as they've stranded some guys on base. Leadoff hitter is Cade Parker. First pitch over the heart of the plate, strike 1. Parker is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out to short. Nothing in 1. Pitch on the way. This one hit on the screws left side through the gap between short and third. That'll be down for a base hit. So the leadoff man on, Cade Parker, with his first hit in a Jazz uniform as he did not play in the opener. He's 1 for 3 on the day now, and it'll bring up Drew Barber. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Runner on first. Nobody out. First pitch, runner goes. Throw a little late, and it's high from Wimmers. That'll allow the man to steal the bag. Parker on to second.
It kind of almost probably would have had him with the pump fake. With how good that throw was, just kind of left it high as he was leaning back as he tried to grab it when it popped out of his hand for a second.
Yeah, it looked like Wimmers did, almost as if he paused for a second and just kind of froze, maybe scrambling to get that ball out of the glove right after that pitch was thrown. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Bunt is squared. Bunt is popped up. Foul on the right side.
Gonna be honest, I think it's 0-2. But the scoreboard out here says 1-1. Wait for the umpire to give the signal. It is 1-1.
So 1-1 with the runner on second. We'll see if the bunt is squared again. This time it's not. Swing and a miss from Barber for strike 2. So that'll allow Brazier to return to his post in the normal spot at first after he came a couple steps into the infield grass. 1-2 the count. Fisher comes set on the mound from the belt. He fires home, and that one slides away from the zone for ball 2. Crowd has thinned out a little bit, however, I am hearing more sounds from behind me where some of the inflatables are, so some of the young children here may be filing out to all the fun stuff around the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch, swing and a miss. They'll go over to first for the drop third strike, but easy pitch and catch for Wimmers. Another strikeout, now 4 for Wyatt Fisher. 8 in the game for the Joes staff. They continue to do well in that category. And now there's 1 out in the inning for Aiden Hines.
Bit of a scramble here on the other side of the table as my pen has just died. The ink has run out. I didn't think that could happen on pens anymore. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen ink run out on me, but it has. My favorite pen, too.
You could always get a refill, right?
Do they do that?
I think so. First pitch misses up high to Hines.
Because I am a bit of a pen snob, I'm not going to lie. This Sharpie S Gel, not a sponsor, but if you want to be a sponsor, hit us up because your pens are great. It served me through about a season and a half, and darn.
Tough night for Blake Griffin.
I know.
1-0 pitch. That one just dove a tad low.
Need me a Joe's win to reconcile the pen loss.
Joe's trailing 2-1 right now, in need of some offense. They've manufactured a decent amount of base runners, but haven't been able to do too much with runners in scoring position. 2-0 pitch. That one up high. Wimmers gives the calm down signal out there to Wyatt Fisher. He's been a little wild this at-bat. 3-0 count to Hines with a runner on second, 1 out.
And as we count 7 runners left on base for the Joes tonight. Not quite as bad as 2 days ago, but
not quite.
Not great.
That time it catches the inside corner for Fisher. That'll move the count 2-3-1. Three-one pitch on the way. This one's popped up and on the hands. This may land right on our heads.
Oh, just behind us. I hit the inflatable.
Okay, I was listening for the sound. Sometimes that can get some crowd reaction, as when the ball's popped up and it lands on top of the grandstand, it makes a nice sound. We saw that earlier in the Cincinnati Steam and Southern Ohio Copperheads game played here at McBride Stadium before ours. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball way up high. That one never had a chance. And so that'll put him on first and second for the top of the order. Daryl Grissom's got you covered, Blake. Just got a text from our team president that he went out and picked up some pens today. So when the Joes return home tomorrow, you listeners should be at Foundation Field, and we will be up in the box with a fresh new box of pens.
If you want to come congratulate us on the pens, by all means, the Press Box store, just give us a little knock.
I had to turn that into a plug. Make sure to buy your tickets at hamiltonjoes.com. $5, or you can buy them at the gate as well. First pitch is spiked. Wimmers has lost it. It's sitting on the plate. He turned around. Both runners are going to advance. That eliminates the force play.
Always a salesman, Mr. Luke Wespoli.
So second and third now with one out. Infield is in for the Joes as they stand on the fringe of the grass. 1 ball and no strikes to Leandre Turner. Here's the pitch. That one just missed up high. Wimmers did his best to frame, but just a couple inches above the zone.
Crucially for this Joe's infield, gotta get on the grass. You don't want to get that lip. You get that bounce on that lip, and it's almost like what do they call it? Pandora's box.
2-0, also missing up high. Nobody up in the Joe's pen right now, but you got to think we're probably going to get at least a mound visit here if Wyatt Fisher walks Turner on 4 pitches.
See some band work out there, but don't know if that's just routine band work or if someone's getting loose.
3-0 on the way, up high, ball 4. So Leandre Turner at the top of the lineup walks. That does create a force play to potentially make a double play. But now, indeed, we will see Ryan Finnerty come out of the Hamilton Joe's dugout, and we'll see some movement over there on the Joe's side as Evan Ulrich gets up from the bench to start tossing with a pitcher. They're going to meet the entire infield here. The pitcher starting to move around in the Joe's pen is Dane Hall, who we saw a little bit on opening night. Dane pitched a third of an inning, gave up 4 runs.
Yeah, part of the pair of Halls. Big Hall, little Hall.
Yeah, Dawson started that game for the Joes before they went to Dane. No relation between the two. Dawson, who plays for the Golden Gophers out of Richmond, Kentucky. Dane, who plays for the Rockets at Toledo from Miamisburg, Ohio. Infield meeting breaks up. Bases loaded. 1 out. Infield in for the Joes. Jazz leading 2-1. The batter is Kyle Kuramoto. Fisher fires home. Over the plate. Good fastball. Strike 1.
Yeah, that pitch absolutely crucial for Wyatt Fisher to just come out and find the zone and relock in here against the 2-3-4 with 1 out.
0-1 pitch. This one lifted up left side. It's going to get out of play. Or excuse me, so I made a mistake a second ago. The pitcher out there in the Joe's pen is 38, not 36, so it's actually Alex Wilsbach.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked a little funky, but I didn't know if that was just him warming up.
0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Wyatt Fisher. Strikeout number 5 for him. And most importantly, 2 outs in the inning now that allows the infield to drop back into their normal posts. Thought it was interesting as I saw the sidewinder Alex Wilsbach out there in the Joe's pen. Thought that's not right.
Easily mistaken those. They're all around the same height.
Yep.
Wilsbach 6'5", Dane Hall 6'6", Dawson Hall 6'4".
First pitch in to Schreff, swing and a miss. Yeah, on the Joe Cast where we previewed the season earlier this week, which seems like an eternity ago at this point, Ryan Finnerty said this is a tall staff. I mean, there's a lot of big guys on it.
We win the physical battle, that's for sure.
0-1. Lifted up behind home plate. Camping underneath it is Wimmers, and he makes the catch. A Houdini act by Wyatt Fisher after he dug himself in a bit of a hole. He climbs out of it, and a 0 hangs on the scoreboard. 2-1 our score as the Jazz leave them loaded. We head to the 7th inning, due up for the Joes. Casey Fink, Nick Wimmers, and Grant Miller when we come back. You're watching Hamilton Joes Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
Starting to get into crunch time as we're here in the 7th inning. Hamilton still trailing Richmond by a 2-1 score. Joe's looking to manufacture some runs. They've been really close in the past few innings, but nothing doing. Casey Fink will get Hamilton going. He singled in his last time up. Got over to second base, then was put out at third after the sac bunt attempt from Grant Miller. First pitch from Carrizales, big swing and a miss for strike one. One swing of the bat could tie this game for the Joes, and this is definitely a home run friendly ballpark. This time he laces this one into the gap in right center field, coming over and diving at it. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Wow, what a nice play there by Brandon Treff as he covered all kinds of ground, got all the way into the middle of the gap in right center. And that's a low percentage catch. He dives and makes it for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it's kind of a backbreaker for the Joes. Kind of thought we had something going here early in this inning, but a great play out there in right field.
So now, after that, Nick Wimmers comes up. And that one bounced right before the plate. Almost hit him, but missed for ball one.
Kind of shades of Grant Miller the other day. We had a diving plate to his right in the gap.
Yep. 1-0, missing outside. Down just one. The Joes just need base runners at this point. (2-0) on the way, and that one finds the zone for strike one.
Good news for the Joes that it's just one. This is currently the smallest deficit that they've faced late in the game.
2-1 pitch on the way, and that breaks into the outside corner for strike two. Yeah, like you mentioned, even in the win against the Xenia Scouts, they trailed by a couple late. They scored 3 in the bottom of the 9th to pick up the win there. 2-2 to Wimmers. Breaking ball off the plate for ball 3. Full count now to Nick, the catcher out of Nebraska. The payoff pitch on the way, and it misses inside, ball 4.
A collective groan from the Richmond fans, as that one's kind of been a strike all day, but Wimmer's going to take advantage of that anytime he can to reach base.
So he's now reached base in back-to-back at-bats, singled in the 5th and now works the walk. One out in the inning and a runner on first for the 9-hole hitter in Grant Miller. We've seen Grant squirt a bunt twice now in 2 at-bats. This time, Tyler Thaman going to let him swing the bat. This time he won't, though. It'll catch the inside of the plate. 4 strike 1 as he watches it go by.
Miller definitely got some speed, so definitely able to lay those bunts down, which is done successful.
Grant 333 on the season. So we get a pickoff move over to first. Carrizales whipped it over there.
A little different sliding back on dirt rather than turf, so you might see some guys kind of get stuck a little bit. You don't carry as much on the dirt.
0-1, and it plunks him. Right on the shoulder, Grant Miller wearing it like a champ. That'll move him to first and second with 1 out. And now a huge spot for the Joes. Bennett Clement coming to the plate.
The first time the Joes have really threatened since the 6th, or 5th rather.
Yeah, they had a runner in scoring position last inning, but it kind of came late in that inning with 2 outs as Hawthorne got a single and then stole a base late in the at-bat after him. First and second, 1 out. First pitch, this one hit into the gap in left center, down for a base hit. The runner's going to have to hold up at third as it was hit very shallow, but nonetheless, Bennett Clement with a single that'll load the bases.
Yeah, kind of soft, and it looked like it might have carried out deep into left field from Takuramoto. So kind of an in-between read for Nick Wimmers. Didn't get a great jump, so they're going to hold him for the good part of this lineup.
Yeah, Wimmers was about a third of the way in between second and third, just halted looking out at left field before he decided to make the run for third. Andrew Patrick up, he's due. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch to him, dives, low and in, ball 1. Nowhere to put him here for Carrizales. And this is a tough spot for him. We also mentioned the backstop. If anything gets by Barber here, it's probably tying the game. 1-0 on the way. Chopper up the middle, and that one bounces over the head of Parker. 1 run will score into shallow center. Here comes the second, and the Joes take the lead. Wow, what an awkward play. Patrick chopped it up the middle. Looked like it might even be 2. But we mentioned all night how funky that infield grass has been, and that last bounce looked like it kind of went off. When you bounce a ball off a corner point, it just bounces straight up in the air, and it was over the head of Parker into shallow center. 2 runs will score for the Joes on the 2 RBI single from Andrew Patrick. That's going to feel good for him as he finally is able to break it open on the summer. And then most importantly, the Joes have the lead. It's now 3-2.
Yeah, very fortunate for the Joes. Something kind of breaking their way here late. Felt like that's what you needed for the Joes, and hopefully that keeps rolling here.
Runners on the corners, 1 out. First pitch, right down the plate, strike 1 to Sam Lowe. Now the 0-1 offering it on the hands. Jam shot that skitters foul into the Jazz dugout.
And I believe with that single, Patrick immediately jumps into tied it for first place with 3 other Joes for RBIs.
That one's chopped to the backstop. Yeah, we mentioned he didn't have a hit, but he did have that sac fly yesterday, so he had an RBI coming into today, and now he's got 2 more and a hit to show for it.
In fact, they only gave him 1 RBI on that one.
Interesting. (0-2), swing and another foul ball to the backstop. Low staying alive here. You can get it to the outfield, or you can just not hit into a double play and just get the ball out there in play, you could probably score a run, as the Jazz infield is not in. Middle guys in double play depth.
Hey, we'll see if they get a little aggressive on the base paths here, too.
Absolutely. 0-2 count. Runner does go. Throws in on the hands and unable to be picked out of the glove from Barber. So that'll move the count to 1-2. A stolen bag for Andrew Patrick. And now 2 in scoring position. Really a good chance for Sam Lowe to break this thing wide open.
"13 bags on the college season."
That one's fouled back as it trickles to the edge of the grass.
I believe 13 of 17. So that's another one now to the summer tally.
Barber had no chance on that one as he wasn't able to pick it out of his glove properly. Kind of had to catch it awkwardly. It was in on the hands of Sam Lowe. 2-2. This one lifted back, or excuse me, 1-2 for Carrizales. Good at bat here from Sam Lowe, as he is fighting up there at the plate. Really wants to add a couple RBIs to his tally on the season. Carrizales hangs the arm and now sets. He winds and fires the 1-2. This one hit left side, base hit into left field. Reacted quickly by Kuramoto. They're still going to wave the man at third. The throw is cut off as it would not have been on line. 2 runners are going to score for the Joes, and you just had a feeling with the way Lowe was fighting up there, he was going to win that battle. He does. It's a 2 RBI single.
And that one surely should get the 2 RBIs.
Absolutely. So Lowe adds on the Joes tally in this inning. 4 runs for Hamilton now. And they extend out their lead, as it's now the largest lead of the season for the Joes. It stands at 3. Lester grounds this one up the middle, right at second baseman for 1, and now the throw on to first for 2, which will double up and end the inning. Parker to Hines to O'Malley for 6-3 to retire the side. But most importantly, the Joes played 4. That was exactly what the doctor ordered, and they will take a lead that has been in the making for quite a while into the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here in Richmond. The crowd will get on their feet, looking to spur their Jazz back into this one after they fall behind. 5-2 our score. Back in a moment on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
You know who it is that goes to the ball game?
Leading off the bottom of the seventh for the Jazz, number 29, Austin Deary.
New pitcher in for the Joes. It is Alex Wilsbach out of Southern Indiana. Coming in and maybe a little bit more of a comfortable position than he thought. He started warming up with the Joes trailing 2-1. First pitch is fouled back by Austin Deering.
And notably one save on the collegiate season for Alex Wilsbach. Went 1-2 with the save in 14 appearances, going 24 2/3 with 28 hits allowed and 22 earned runs.
0-1, swing and a miss. Deering got a small piece of it to move the count to 0-2. So Wilsbach coming up onto the mound with his team holding on to a 5-2 lead after a big inning from the Joes. First big inning we've seen really all season besides maybe that bottom of the ninth on opening day. 0-2, chopper off the end of the bat. That'll skitter foul.
I believe that was the only time, or the Joes were up by 2, I believe, in game number 2.
Yep.
In the first inning. And other than that, that walk-off and then now here.
Yep, so first big inning really for the Joes offense-wise came tonight. 0-2 to Deering. Ring him up. Called strike 3. Nice breaking ball there from Alex Wilsbach. Moves the Joes one step closer. One out in the bottom of the 7th now. Connor O'Malley coming up with the bases empty.
Yeah, we talked about in the break, how good does it feel to be on the receiving end of a 4-run inning instead of having to watch the Joes pitchers give up the 4 runs in back-to-back games.
First pitch to O'Malley. He runs low and in for ball 1. Yeah, it was a 4-run 4th. That was the thing. That was the theme for the Joes through the first 3 games, a 4-run 4th. They gave up 4 runs in the 4th inning of every game.
Got through the 4th clean. No runs in this one.
No runs in this one, and then 4 runs of their own afterwards. As a grounder shot over to second. And the fielded play made by Hawthorne. 4 out number 2. So now Peyton Lane will come in. 0 for 1 with a looking strikeout that came his last time up 2 innings ago. Bases empty, 2 outs. Joe's leading 5-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. This one's lifted up on the first pitch, out of play on the right side. Natural light still doing a decent amount of the work to illuminate the field, but the lights have been on for a little while here in McBride Stadium.
Boy, does it look pretty under the lights.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a really open field at McBride Stadium as this one's chopped up the middle. Bit of an awkward bounce to Hawthorne, but he's able to wait on it and make the play over to first. For the 3rd out of the inning, that'll retire the side. And the Joes are able to get back to how they were in the 4th and 5th and retire the Jazz in order in the 7th. So pretty clean stuff, as ideal as you could draw it up pretty much in the 7th inning for the Joes. 4 runs in the top, a goose egg on the bottom. 5-2 our score as we'll head into the 8th. 6 outs to go for the Joes, but first they'll look to tack on some more. Back in a moment on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposely so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Top of the 8th inning here from McBride Stadium. Luke West, Bully, Blake Griffin alongside. Thanks so much for joining us, spending your Friday night with us. As the Joes hit the road for the first time, just a reminder that we won't just be here in Richmond. Blake and I will be at every single game, home and road, this year for the Hamilton Joes. You can tune in on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network all season long. First pitch, grounded up the middle on the backhand. Parker Fields throws to first, little offline, but no problem for O'Malley, who reaches off the bag and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
String of 3 straight grounders to the second baseman, going back to the last half.
Batting for the Joes, number 32, Cal Brazier.
Cal Brazier up to the plate now. Cal batting 125 coming into this. 1 for 3 on the day with a double. First pitch from Nick Carrizales. Dives into the dirt for ball 1. No one up in either bullpen. Looking like it may be a 2 or possibly 3 pitcher night for both of these teams. So the 1-0 is low. Jazz used 3 in their first game. Hamilton has been used to using quite a bit more than that. But they kind of loosened the leash a little bit today. 2-0. And that one dives low on Brazier. So he's ahead in the count 3-0. We'll see what the traffic light looks like here. And it's green, swing and a miss.
More than just green, I think, on that one. That's a very, very fluorescent green.
That's the, I don't know if the NASCAR start your engines light, swing as fast as you possibly can. Start the engines for Cal Brazier. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounded third base side, waiting on it and fielding his lane across the diamond in time for the second out.
Boy, has he been good over there for the Jazz tonight.
Yeah, quick to note, no errors by either team, which is pretty unprecedented this early in the season with guys that are new playing with each other. We've seen in a lot of the Joes games a lot of errors on both sides. In the game before us, I believe there were 8 errors between Southern Ohio and Cincinnati. But yeah, there's been some really tough plays over there at third for Lane, and he's been very, very good in the hot corner. 2 outs, nobody on for Casey Fink. First pitch misses up high from Carrizales for ball 1. Casey is 1 for 3 with a single. He led off that 5th inning that looked promising but never materialized for the Joes. 1-0. Runs outside for ball 2.
Yeah, thank goodness for the 7th, because if the 7th hadn't happened, that 5th inning for the Joes would have came back to haunt them.
Yeah, they had back-to-back singles and finished with nothing to show for it. 2-0 misses high and away. So back-to-back 3-0 counts now. .3-0 pitch on the way. Finds the zone for strike 1.
Be pitch number 50 of the outing for Carrizales.
Base is empty, 2 outs. 3-1 pitch. This one swung on and lifted left side, pushing foul and out of play. Over the Joes dugout, pretty shallow. Full count with 2 outs now. Here comes the pitch. Up high, ball 4. Casey Fink works the 2-out walk. And the inning stays alive. Now the 8-hitter Nick Wimmers coming in. Wimmers scored the tying run in the last inning. Joes would tack on 3 more.
Now batting number 24, Nick Wimmers.
Wimmers also had his first hit of the season this evening in the 5th inning. Runner on first, 2 outs. First pitch to Wimmers, almost like a pitch out, way outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Fink did reach earlier. He Didn't see a steal attempt on that occasion, but we have seen the wheels out in the outfield from him.
1-0. Here's the pitch, grounded first base side, diving and knocking it down at first is O'Malley, and he will step on the bag in time for the out. Man, we have really seen some dazzling plays by the Jazz in the field, and that one certainly no different as they retire the side here in the top of the 8th. Well, some pretty fielding, but the Jazz still got work to do. They've got 6 outs to work with in a 3-run hole. 5-2 our score. To the bottom of the 8th we go. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Richmond when we come back on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse
Especially
range
on
of
this
senior
field,
living services.
you got the hops
Our
like that.
community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Alex Wilsbach back on the mound for the Hamilton Joes. 3-run cushion for them on the road in Richmond. First road game of the year for Hamilton as they lead 5-2 over the Jazz. Just like to remind you once again that the Joes will be back at home. They started the year on a 3-game homestand, and they play 5 of their first 6 at Foundation Field. So 2 more home games starting tomorrow as they will take on the Licking County Settlers. 7:05 first pitch scheduled for that one. First pitch catch at the top of the zone for strike 1 to Cade Parker, who's 1 for 3 for Richmond to lead things off. Decent slate of games around the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League this afternoon and evening. It's the 0-1 on the way, and that one misses outside. Earlier today, Cincinnati hosted a home game here against the Southern Ohio Copperheads. They won that one 15-8. 1-1 on the way. This one's popped up behind home plate, landing on top of the grandstand. Licking County leading Xenia 7-1 the top of the 7th. Then, of course, our game, that's all the action in the south. In the north, Michigan leading Lima 6-2 in the 5th. Sandusky on top of Jetbox 7-2. And Royal Oak leading Muskegon 6-1. Royal Oak looking for their first win of the season, as is Sandusky. 1-2 is outside. Talking to Tony from the Cincinnati Steam earlier today, so they're going to host another home game here tomorrow as they will precede the Jazz game.
Is that game against the Copperheads by any chance?
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That game will not be against the Copperheads because he said that they...
Oh, I meant the Jazz game, my bad.
Oh, the Jazz. It was also not because he said that the 2 new teams are coming in to play against the Jazz and the Steam. So it's interesting if you're just a fan of the league in Richmond, you get to see everybody pretty much in the South Division. And it's kind of cool. I know, Blake, you did some broadcasting last year in a different league that was set up in kind of that fashion where all the games were played at the same facility. But it's kind of cool to just be able to show up and see multiple games and not just see your hometown team, but be able to see teams from a wide variety around the league as well. First pitch in there, I believe, for strike 1. And yes, indeed, to Barber. Oh, 1 on the way. Swinging a foul tip straight back.
Well, one of the reasons I asked is because the Southern Ohio Copperheads broadcast team is actually staying in town tonight, and I just assumed that they were going to
interesting.
have it overnight.
We'll take a look. Southern Ohio is way out of the way if you're not familiar with the kind of geography of things.
I believe they have an off day tomorrow. If
They
I
have an off day. They
heard
do.
them correctly, actually.
So Southern Ohio is way out east. Most of the teams in the South Division, as we get time called, most of the teams in the South Division are kind of situated around this one area in the tri-state. And then you've got a couple outliers. You've got Grand Lake and Salina, which is kind of up the western border of Ohio a little bit. And then you've got the Licking County Settlers in Central Ohio. Has a swing and a miss for strike 3, sits down another. Drew Barber the victim this time. Back-to-back strikeouts for Alex Wilsbach. 2 down in the inning for the 9-hitter, Aiden Hines. But yeah, even all of those teams can kind of be compacted into their own sort of group. And Southern Ohio, who opted out of the season last year, is now opted back in the South. And they're just kind of way out of the way of everybody else to the point where their travel schedule is a little bit aggressive.
They got their own bus now. I think they rolled up. They got the logo on the side of the bus and everything. So gonna have to put some miles on that one.
Bunt is squared and put down foul by Hines. Southern Ohio, of course, closely tied in with Ohio University. They play their home games at Bob Wren Stadium, home of the Bobcats. And their organization is run by students out of the sports management program at OU. Players come from all over the place. They got a couple Bobcats on that roster. As the 0-1 finds the zone for strike 2. Yeah, a lot of interesting organizations around this league, all run kind of in their own way. We like how we do it in Hamilton, though.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
0-2, swing and a grounder left side. Tough play at third. Coming over is Lester, and that one popped out of his glove on the ground. So it's going to be an infield single as Hines gets on with 2 outs. So now that will flip the lineup card back to the top of the order. Leandre Turner is coming to the plate. Turner hitless, but he's reached base twice via the walk. He's also struck out twice.
Official scoring on that one's going to be an E5, actually.
They're going to call the error, interesting, on Lester. That was
be a tough play for him going to his left.
Really tough play, but
kind of kicked out of the glove. A lot of scorers do have the mindset that if it touches your glove, you should probably make the play.
Want to know the count to Turner.
Keep Hines hitless, though.
Runner bluffed, and now this one pops out of the glove of Wimmers. Maybe has a chance at second. Throw down is not in time. That was interesting. Hines bluffed on the steal, and then that throw home trickled out of the glove of Wimmers, got about 10 feet behind him. And so then Hines was able to take the bag at second. 1-1 the count. Runner in scoring position now for the Jazz. They needed some runs in the 8th, down to their last 4 outs. Leandre Turner looking for his first hit. Wilsbach takes a long look at second. Home, back to second, now home. Outside, ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike to Turner. Here comes the pitch. Way inside, look out. Turner will take a moment to gather himself after that one.
I'm going to be completely honest. I think the Jazz would rather have him wearing that one. Get some base runners here late when Wilsbach has not allowed any base runners aside from the E5 to Hines.
3-1 and a soft grounder on the first base side coming over from second and making the play is Hawthorne for the final out of the inning. So the Joes are able to escape unscathed after a 2-out base runner prolongs things for a moment. But another 0 hung on the scoreboard by Alex Wilsbach, and now the Joes just 3 outs away. To the 9th we go. Final chance for Hamilton to tack on a few more for insurance. Due up for the Joes will be Grant Miller in the 9 spot, Clement at the 1, and Patrick second when we come back. Hamilton Joes baseball here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. 5-2 score. Back in a moment.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
To the 9th inning we go here in Richmond. Hamilton leading by a 5-2 score over the Jazz. Leading off for the Joes will be Grant Miller in the 9-hole. Grant looking for his first hit on the evening. He's reached base twice, though, once on the fielder's choice and once his last time up when he was hit by a pitch, came around to score the second run of the inning for the Joes, which as of right now is the go-ahead run. First pitch from Nick Carrizales is grounded foul. No balls in, 1 strike. To Grant Miller, who was batting .429 coming into this game. I believe that average is now down to .333. And indeed it is. As the 0-1 low for ball 1. One ball and 1 strike. Carrizales takes a long look home. Now he winds and fires. Breaking ball down the plate for strike 2, excuse me. Base is empty, nobody out. Top of the 9th inning here for the Joes as they try to close this one out and move to 1-0 on the road this season before heading back home for 2 more games at Foundation Field this weekend. 1-2, laced into center field, but that's right at Leandre Turner. He'll make the catch. Miller retired for the 2nd time tonight.
Number 9, Bennett Clement.
Bennett Clement at the top of the order will come to the plate now. Bennett is 1 for 4 with a single and a run. That single, though, came in a crucial time as he was able to help push some Joe's runs across. First pitch from Carrizales in on the hands for ball 1. Crowd is thinned out to about half of what it was in probably the middle of the game. 1-0 misses up high. Now most of the natural light is gone as the lights are shining on the field at Don McBride Stadium. 2-0. That one misses low and in to Clement. Ball 3. Nobody up in the Jazz pen. They're looking for Carrizales to just hang a 0 and save those arms in the bullpen for later. Richmond pretty fresh coming into this one with 2 off days, but quite a heavy load moving forward. And that's a 4-pitch walk as the breaking ball dives into the dirt on Clement. And the Joes have a base runner with 1 out in the 9th.
Hey, you mentioned just using the 2 pitchers. Really just trying to save arms as much as possible. We've mentioned that, or we've talked about before that their roster, their pitchers are a little lighter than ours. We definitely come in probably with a lot more pitchers than a lot of teams in this league. We get the luxury of kind of saving some arms and having good enough arms to carry us and being able to throw 4 pitchers in a game.
First pitch into Patrick, breaks into the zone for strike one. Yeah, and to your point, I mean, the Joes they're sitting at the roster limit right now. And so they just try to recruit everyone they can possibly bring in. That's good, of course. Everyone that's good enough to play for the team, but they like to have a full staff. Runner goes, pitches way inside, and the throw's into the outfield. Turner's going to pick it up. Digging for third now is Clement, and he's going to make it there standing up. So now a very good chance for the Joes to tack another one on as long as Patrick can put this one in play. Runner on third, one out. Infield coming in for the Jazz. Can't afford to give up another one here. Carrizales delivers the 1-2. Grounded left side right into the glove of a diving third baseman. That is Lane over to first for the out. What an unbelievable performance it's been by Lane over there at third base tonight. Nothing to show at the plate as he's hitless, but a fantastic performance defensively. As on that play, also, he was able to hold Clement up at third by checking on him. So another diving play by him. And now with 2 down in the inning, we'll see Sam Lowe come up. First pitch to Lowe, just misses. Ball 1. Sam is 1 for 3 today. He singled in his last time up. That was the final hit of the parade in the 7th inning. 1-0 on the way, lifted up high in the air, left side. Lane tracking over in foul territory, and he'll make the catch. 20 feet to the left of third base, and then that will retire the side. So the Joes strand a man on third, aren't able to tack on another, but still a 3-run cushion as they make their way into the bottom of the 9th. And it looks like we may be seeing a new pitcher for the Joes, as we got a new guy trotting out to the mound. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. You're watching Hamilton Joes baseball here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Bottom of the ninth inning, new pitcher in for the Joes. It's Chase Hopewell. He went 1 inning yesterday, but he was pulled. We mentioned on the broadcast in that game that we were a little bit surprised that he was pulled from that game after pitching really well, but it was mostly, I think, just because the coaching staff wanted to see a little bit of Walker Bridges as a two-way. So they brought Bridges in for the final inning. Bridges was good, too. He didn't give up any runs. Gave up 1 hit. But Chase struck out the side in the 1 inning that he had.
Typical Chase fashion.
Yeah, now he'll get a chance to get his first save of the season with the Joes holding on to a 5-2 lead. Chase was the closer for this Joes team last year and probably going to fall into a similar role this year with the team. So you can perform in the clutch, really entertaining to watch. High-velocity pitcher, loves to wave those batters, strike them out. Kyle Kuramoto, the first man he'll face. First pitch from Hopewell over the outside corner, strike 1. Kuramoto started off well with a single and a run in the first inning, and since then has gone cold to fielder's choice and 2 strikeouts. 0-1 offering. That one's spiked down low for ball 1. Ball and a strike. Here comes the pitch from Hopewell, and that one runs low and in. 2-1 count. Hitters count now for Kuramoto. Hopewell winds and fires, and that one missed on the inside. Fastball couldn't find the zone for Chase. It'll make it a 3-1 count. Hopewell kicks and deals. And a called strike on the outside corner as the bat was tossed. And Kuramoto was halfway down the first base line.
Yeah, a bit of a late call on that one, but in there for a strike.
So that runs the count full. Hopewell takes a breath. And now kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase Hopewell waves his first batter of the night. It's the first one he faces, and there's 1 out here in the 9th. Still nobody on for Brandon Schreff.
That's exactly what you're going to see from Chase, just trying to overpower with the fastball and able to get the big swing and a miss. I have to count the strikeouts for the Joes pitchers.
My running tally is, I believe, 13 now. Swing and a miss on the first pitch that dives below the bat of Schreff.
You would be correct, 13.
So Hendrickson had 4, Fisher had 5, Wilsbach had 3, and now Hopewell with 1 of his own. Oh, 0-1 pitch on the way, and that one misses down and away for ball 1. This is a Hamilton team that, despite giving up some runs in the early going, struck out a lot of batters, and that was their MO last year as well in terms of striking people out. 1-1, same spot, missing for ball 2.
Yeah, a team and a coach that likes to come right after you pitching-wise, so it would make sense that all the recruits that come in are going to blaze that fastball right by you.
2 balls and 1 strike. That fastball missing off the plate for ball 3. Yeah, Ryan Finnerty's the one who handles a decent amount of the recruiting for this team, and he's the pitching coach for the Joes, so he's always been the pitching first guy since he's been in charge of recruiting since last year. That's kind of been what the team has been built around. 3-1, ripped into right field, and coming in and making the catch with the glove near the ground was Casey Fink, as he had to bring that one down below knee height to about the shin. But he's able to catch that one before it could get down, and the Joes are 1 out away from coming back up to an even 500.
It might have got a few worms on that dig out there in right field. It's a great play.
Was a good play by Fink. He had to cover a decent amount of ground to even get to that ball also. Austin Deering, the batter, 2 for 4 on the day. First pitch from Hopewell. He goes after it, swing and a miss.
Change of speeds right there.
Yeah, Hopewell, I know he threw a changeup last year, and maybe that was what it was, is he looked to fool Deering on that one. 0-1 count, nobody on. Here's the pitch. That one up high. Joe's holding on to a 3-run lead still. As the fans begin to hit the exits here in McBride Stadium. 1-1 count to Deering. Hopewell winding and firing home. Deering lifts this one up. Left field. Miller coming in underneath it. He makes the catch, and that will do it. Jazz retired in order, 1-2-3 in the ninth by closer Chase Hopewell. Celebration time as the team makes their way out onto the field at McBride Stadium. Well, we didn't even know if we were going to get to play a game today last night. Not only were we able to show up, we were able to finish it rain-free, and the Joes explode for 4 runs in the 7th inning for their first kind of big inning we've seen from the bats all season long, and a much-deserved win in the first game of the season on the road for this team, Blake.
Yeah, it's been great. Good to see the Joes get it done on the road, especially away from the turf field on the dirt. But good to see them get some offense rolling.
Yeah, so the Joes improve to 2-2 on the season. The Jazz fall to 0-2. Don't go away. We'll take a short commercial break, and when we come back, the Casual Pint postgame. Andrew Patrick is going to be our postgame interview guest. He had that big 2 RBI single that broke things open in the 7th. And as usual, Blake and I will have a look around the league, and we will preview tomorrow's matchup with the Licking County Settlers. Joes take it 5-2. Casual Pint postgame is next. You're watching Joes Baseball here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Back here at McBride Stadium after a 5-2 victory from the Hamilton Joes, I'm joined by Andrew Patrick, the DH for today's game. Andrew, how you feeling after the game?
I'm just happy we got that win. We needed that after losing 2 straight, so it's always good to get a win.
You had a big part to play in that win with the big 2 RBI single that came in the 7th. How good does it feel to get not only the monkey off of your back, getting your first hit of the season, but also just helping the Joes get to that victory?
Yeah, it feels great to just get a hit, help the team win. But yeah, it was good to get that first hit, so yeah.
You broke things open in the 7th. How fun was that dugout to be in after the big 4-run inning to see on our side of the scoreboard?
Oh, it was good. A lot of energy was brought, and we just rejuvenated. It was great, yeah.
Well, looking forward to tomorrow. You've got the Licking County Settlers at home. We'll look to see you at Foundation Field tomorrow.
Yeah, can't wait. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We'll bring Luke Westpoli back on for the post-game show as the Joes win it 5-2. Andrew Patrick had the big 2 RBI single in the 7th that propelled the Joes to the victory as the Joes win 5-2. Luke, how you feeling about that last game?
Yeah, it's a good win for the Joes. Good team win on the road. To be able to come in and do what they did, things were a little bit flat early, but to be able to have that kind of burst of energy, especially on the road when you don't have that home support behind you, I think it's a really good sign. And I think it's also a good sign that the Joes bats were able to come alive in the way that they did. Really exciting homestand coming up. Very excited to be back at Foundation Field for the next couple of days before the Joes enjoy some of their first time off of the season after week 1 early in the next week.
Well, final line score here at Richmond, Indiana, going to be the Hamilton Joes on top, 5 runs on 8 hits, one error, and the Richmond Jazz 2 runs, 6 hits on 2 errors. Andrew Patrick, the pseudo-hero of the night, along with the Joes pitching. We'll take a look around the league as we look to our game tomorrow against the Licking County Settlers. Obviously, our game that just went final 5-2, the Joes over the Jazz. We talked earlier about the Steam, who played earlier in front of us here at McBride Stadium, winning 15-8. We go to the Xenia Scouts, who are on the road to the Licking County Settlers, who we will see tomorrow at Foundation Field. They're up on top of the Scouts, 7-2. That game in the top of the 9th. Bottom of the 6th inning over in Lima, as the Lima Locos are trailing the Michigan Monarchs 6-2. That game quite interesting up in the north. Top of the 9th inning as Jetbox up for the last time. They trail the Sandusky Ice Haulers 11-2. And then heading to Muskegon, the Clippers trailing the Royal Oak Leprechauns in the bottom of the 7th inning 8-2. A little bit of a great day around the league and see some good games tomorrow. Obviously us hosting the Licking County Settlers as the Joes move to 2-2. We'll see the Grand Lake Mariners head to Cincinnati, or back here at McBride Stadium as we talked about earlier, to face the Steam. Xenia will come and be the visitors here in Richmond in the later game, facing off against the Jazz. The Royal Oak Leprechauns will head to Muskegon to take on the Clippers. Lima will face Michigan again as the Monarchs playing 2 against Lima. Jetbox and Sandusky again at 7:05 tomorrow on Saturday. And then obviously us taking on the Licking County Settlers. Luke, any last thoughts as we head into a great night?
Yeah, exciting times. Joes get the win on the road, back home to close out week 1. A whole lot of home games. Hopefully we can impress some of the home fans. We got some really exciting things in the works. Been talking to the coaching staff. Yeah, it should be a really exciting weekend. Got some really fun pitchers to see on the mound. If you like pitching, make sure to come out to Foundation Field. And yeah, just really excited for the next couple of days. This is a big team win, and it should build a lot of momentum moving forward.
We'll talk about the offense, and the Joes will be home for 2 games straight before having a couple days off. They'll face the Licking County Settlers tomorrow and the Cincinnati Steam on Sunday. Make sure you come out to Foundation Field to cheer on our Joes, or check us out here on the YouTube channel. If you're unable to come out and make it, check out all the Hamilton Joes socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But from everyone here at the park, I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm Blake Griffin, joined by Luke Westpoli to my left. And for everyone who has made this production possible, thank you so much. But that's going to end things here in Richmond. The Hamilton Joes come out on top, 5-2. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Blake Griffin, signing off. Good.